All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of IdPlease Podcast. We're doing things a little differently, as you can see today, because everyone is quarantined at home. So I have with me Brian, I have Brooke, I have Latrey, I have Kiara, and we have Brittany. How y'all doing today?
What's up, y'all?
We are quarantined.
Right. So let's hop right in. Do y'all think this COVID-19, or better known as coronavirus, do y'all think this is a government scam, or do you think these people are really infected? What do you think about what's going on?
They're killing us all. That's what it is. They're trying to see how the martial law is going to work.
Absolutely.
They killing people purposely.
I don't think that I thought it was a scam at first, but I don't think it is now.
It's out of hand now, but it's population control.
Who talking? That's all you had to say?
I was going to say the opinion. I just said I think it's out of hand, obviously, now. But, like, I just think that it could have been handled better by our leadership. But, I mean, we stuck with what we got. And he's having these daily debriefs, and it's not helping anybody. It's not solidifying any answers, and we don't really have a solidified answer. There's nothing that anybody can do for us besides wait this out.
They sent out an email from my job, and they said that China, they killed off the doctor that said he had the solution, the resolution for coronavirus. Mm-hmm. It is literally tea. It's regular tea, and tea has some type of compounds in it that counteracts all the viruses, the strands of coronavirus, COVID-19. So, I don't know. I'm just drinking tea.
Trey, what y'all think?
I think that it was a mixture. I felt like it was a scam at first, or something that the government started, and then I don't think they thought it was going to get out of hand like it did. And now it's like running rapid. So yeah, but like Brian said, I mean, it can be cured, and you don't have to. I think it's a medical scam almost. Like, do you know how many people are not even being tested for just like regular colds and stuff like that? Like, they're literally testing you for nothing but the coronavirus. So I think it's a mixture of things. But definitely can be killed by keeping your immune system boosted. And there's another at-home remedy that's basically like you do steam water with lemons and limes, oranges, and it kills it, because it's really just fluid that gets on your lungs, and it stops you from basically being able to breathe. So, I mean, it's a reality check all the way across the border, from spiritually to naturally to mentally to physically, emotionally, financially, like all the way across the border. Because, I mean, nobody is really prepared at all, especially financially. Like, people are freaking out, but it's because we waste our money so much on all kinds of stuff. And nobody even have like $500 in their savings.
Chinese people did this to us. That's all it is.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this right quick.
Right.
Say your part.
So why do you have them Chinese people in the background? I'm sorry. But Trump did say this is a Chinese virus, even though I disagree.
It's so racist.
China. What Kiara was saying, I think is true. Like, there need to be some kind of mix-up, because it's election year, number one, and it's just perfect that, you know, the coronavirus is out now. The thing is, back in 2006, the government has a patent on the human coronavirus. Back in 2011 to 12, Europe or someplace came up with a vaccine for it. Now, this is some doctor that said this not a couple weeks ago, but I saw on like Facebook or something, he was talking about it. And when I read that, I was like, okay, it would make sense, because on the back of all these cans and stuff, it's saying that, you know, Lysol takes care of human coronavirus. Right. So I do think that it is a disease nonetheless, but I do think that it could have been controlled a lot more. 45 is up there not doing nothing. I don't say Trump is my president, but he's not doing nothing about it.
President is black.
But I do think it's kind of healing the world a little bit, even though people dying and stuff. Like, the ozone layer is healing up. The birds ain't pooping on my car no more. Like, I mean, I had nothing to do with it, but
what about this pollen? Because it's pollen. I mean, my car's good.
I mean, the pollen alone is killing it.
well, guys, it's spring. The pollen has to be here.
Trey,
And
you could have
because
been
we
a
don't have-
geography teacher.
I should have been.
All right. Well,
This is what I do want to ask. I do got to ask this before moving on to the next thing, because some of my fellow co-hosts, I have seen y'all still going out, and I do see that
Stupid.
some. Even I think
Ignorant.
Kiara had an event. So this is my thing. Like, is it? So my thing is
Call the
it?
police.
I mean, because how serious are you taking it? Because I see that y'all are still moving around. So how serious how serious is it to you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
That's what I
according
wanna
to your faith. Like,
Gosh, Shandio. Hey, speak that, man. Speak it.
no, but for real, it's really like, if you don't take care of yourself, I think it's easier to attract if you're not taking care of yourself on a regular. You know, if you have a low immune system and stuff like that. So I think that, and you just got to be cautious. I mean, I don't walk or live in fear. So
Hey,
if it's made for you to get it, you're going to get it. That's just really how I feel about it. Like, if it's
But
not.
Kiara, this is what I think is like the draw the line between the whole world, because you have people like you and Brian over here. Y'all like, oh, well, the God got it. You know, I don't live in spirit of fear. But then you got people over here was like, well, God also give you wisdom. And if they telling you to stay at home, we need to stay at home. So I'm
That's
trying
me.
to figure out, like,
that's your guy.
So-
It's not my guy.
This is the
Hey.
thing. It's according to your faith. It's according to what you believe. It's according to how you allow it to manifest in your life. I think we give a lot of things more power than we should. And so then we start seeing certain things manifest. That's just what I'm not saying. What I'm saying is true for everybody, but for me,
That's what
I
you're
think
going
it's
by.
true. Absolutely. So I can't, if you feel like you shouldn't be out, then you shouldn't be
Well,
out. But the reality is, it's been around way before everybody started making it known. You know what I'm saying? Like, the coronavirus really had been out since February. We've been out this whole time before this quarantine happened. And you didn't get it
But
then.
then the
So
argument back could be, well, this wasn't spreading like it was in February. But now you have more people
But
that
it's the
have
same
it.
virus.
I
But
think.
Brittany, I see you want to say something. Go ahead.
dude, itching to say something.
No, I'm just saying, because I know of one person whose mother got it and she was in the hospital. Somebody who's close to me, she was in the hospital. She was on life support. Like, she almost died. She's at home recovering now, thank God. Then somebody else just died from it maybe yesterday in Colombia. You know what I'm saying? So I think the closer that it gets to you, the more serious you take it. Not saying that you're not taking it seriously. I believe, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I believe in all of that. But I also believe, like AJ said, like, wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And your faith may be super strong, whereas somebody else on may not be. And we are supposedly the generation that's actually carrying the virus and not being affected by it.
Asymptomatic.
Right.
So we can be out and we could be having a good time, and then we could bring it home and give it to somebody who is more susceptible to it. So I think that it's just, I don't know, because people not taking it seriously. That's why it's still spreading. Not saying that y'all not taking it seriously, I think, but when stuff the closer stuff get to you, the more reality hit. You know what I'm saying? And the more we start thinking like, okay, maybe this ain't a good idea. I still know churches just having service, and I'm just like,
That's crazy.
why?
Wholesale.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me say this.
Churches is a business. That's why.
But the reality is, and I know what faith is. I grew up on faith. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, people are dying. Those numbers that they posting, they're not just numbers. Those are people's lives. You know what I'm saying? And so I understand what you're saying, but you got to understand what's really happening.
I mean, I get
My
that.
thing too,
And that's
I want to
all-
say
It's not
something to
just you. I'm
Brian.
just saying people in
Just
general.
No.
I want to hear from Brian on this, because Brian, I seen yesterday, was out on a motorcycle.
Was doing the
having a
most.
good time. See, look, that's what I'm saying. But see, like, I feel like but then I also found out yesterday that a musician died. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm trying to understand.
Let's see what.
Brian,
My uncle got it.
have the FDA approved that the tea is the cure?
They're not
Has
gonna
that
give
been
us the
approved
cure.
by the
That's
FDA?
thing.
But I'm saying, I feel like everybody out here just working. My thing is, it's not just you. I have friends too. Like, everybody just out here just still living through life. And I'm not telling you don't do that, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of piggybacking off what Brittany said. it's fine until it happened to you. Now, if it's your
but the thing is,
family
if it's
member,
that severe, then we need to shut the whole world down. Even the stuff that they feel like is essential should not be open.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
There are a
saying?
lot of-
Because it's putting everybody in jeopardy, not just one person.
But the thing is, like, if we shut all the essential stuff down, then like people are scared because they don't got enough money, they don't got enough food. If we shut the grocery store down, like, then it's really gonna be a situation. So what we not, it's not people gathering at the grocery store having parties and hanging out, having kickbacks. It's people going to get what they need and then going home. That's something different as opposed to people just hanging out and just saying, if I get it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not smart.
Oh, to
I
say
feel like-
this my only point. Wait, Brian. When I had my event, it was like 10 people there. It wasn't a big event. That was still when they said you could do 10 people. I didn't have more than 10 people. It wasn't, and you had to like pre-register before you could even, you know what I'm saying?
and that is all facts. I will go back. She did. That's right. But I just want to say,
I make sure,
but did you
like,
not feel like you were still
none of
putting
it.
even those? You not feel like you were still putting even those 10 people in jeopardy at all?
You
I
said
feel
you
like I
do
was
feel
in
like
jeopardy.
that?
No, I'm asking. Do you not feel like?
Oh no, because I mean, I made it very clear, like, you don't have to come. You know, we did the live stream as well. Also, on top of that, you know, I told them if you have been, because I talked to each person personally, if you've been sick within the last 30 days, you don't feel good, blah, 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 you need to stay home. So that was a little pre-screening that we did for the people that were there.
Can I say something?
Got you. Yes, sir.
Can I say something? And Kiara, this has nothing to do with your event at all. But
Yeah, no.
the thing
No,
is,
I know that. I was messing with AJ.
no, the thing is with asymmetricism, that's not the word, but people that are asymptomatic,
Not again.
people that are asymptomatic, that are like in our age range, because asymptomatic means we can carry it and pass it, but we don't necessarily have to have the symptoms for it. The thing is, in some of these cases, symptoms don't show up for 2 weeks, 14 days afterwards. That's after the quarantine period. Another thing is some of the symptoms can be something simple like I can't taste my food, I can't smell what, you know, I lost my sense of smell. That's a symptom. Another thing is I know white people that eyes around the skin around their eyes becomes reddish. For us, it would become darker. That could be a symptom, and that's all the symptoms that they have. And the next couple of days, they end up broken. I mean, it's actually happened a couple of times where that's what happened. It's a lot of people out here with diabetes that don't wear diabetes on their sleeves. It's a lot of people with asthma who don't say, "Oh, I got asthma. I got to carry my pup around everywhere I go." People with heart disease, all this other kind of all other kind of diseases or whatever. So when people go around and they're doing all of this stuff, again, not you, Kiera, because this happened before what's happening now. People are going around, having house parties and playing spades and gathering everything, doing stuff. You could be passing it to somebody who be passing it to somebody else who lives with somebody who has one of these symptoms, and they end up dying, and they ain't even left the house. They sitting there chilling. But because of all this other stuff going on, I think that's what the main issue is. Because
so do you think we ever gonna revert back to just regular life then? Because I mean, who's gonna say that this will ever die off? You know what I'm saying?
Take a while.
So I think it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a while because people are still living their lives. If everybody were to stay at home, like do the stay at home order like they're supposed to do, and only go out for those essential things, yeah, people are still going to get infected. I get that, but by the same token, it'll be far less people getting infected.
That's what I'm saying. If you're still gonna get infected when you go out regardless, what's the point of being stuck in the house the whole time? And then one time you go out to the grocery store, you're gonna get it. I feel
because
like we worried about the COVID-19, and we're not worried about these wigs. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Now, what about these challenges, man? I'm tired of these challenges. Well, I did a challenge the other day with my niece, but these challenges are getting out of hand. What do y'all feel about these challenges? I know they got the and then the next person go, but like all these other challenges, it's been on my nerves. What y'all feel about the challenges?
Well, I'm enjoying the live challenges.
Do it again, Brian. Go.
So what's the song? Somebody sing a song.
Baby girl, give me something.
All right,
I think people need something to do, and if that's
I'm
something
disgusted.
people listen.
That ain't social distancing.
see, Brian trying to be funny.
I mean, you got a point.
Brooke, you were very low. What did you say, Brooke?
I said, I think everybody is trying to be the next big thing, either on TikTok, on Instagram. They want to go viral because they're taking advantage that everybody's on their phone. Everybody's going to be watching social media now because you ain't got nothing else to do.
Well, the biggest challenge I got. Go ahead, Adrian.
And I was just gonna say, I don't enjoy the dancing challenges or whatever, but I do enjoy the lives that's been going on. Like as far as like the producers, like I think I seen Neo and Johanna, and it's been a lot of them, Timberland, and I think Swiss Beats or somebody like that.
Yeah,
it's been a lot of good challenges. I've been enjoying it in the Club Worldwide. Have y'all attended the Club Worldwide?
No, I haven't.
Nobody has went.
Nobody's
Ain't none of y'all been to Club Worldwide?
Y'all ain't been to Club Worldwide. Wait, what are you doing at home? Well, some of y'all still out. That's probably why.
I was witnessing the demise of Manny Fresh.
Well, I've been to Adrian, so.
Okay.
I saw Manny Fresh die right on live.
Hello. Yeah, Manny Fresh. That one. Who did he go against?
Scott Storage. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Scott Storage.
That was a good one.
Scott Storage got hits for days.
Yes. Brittany, how do you feel? You're not saying anything. How do you feel about the challenges?
Oh, I just think people need something to do. They stuck at home. Some people can't work from home. They got kids. You know, some people live with their families, and you need something to do. And that's something to do. I ain't mad.
You want to know what the biggest challenge is for me?
Tell us, Brent.
Yes.
What is it?
So Spectrum wants to offer all these brokies free Wi-Fi.
Internet.
and now my internet's slowing down. That's the challenge.
That part, Brian.
Why are you calling people brokies? People can't go to work.
Broke.
Because they can't go to work, crazy.
It is what it is.
I'm at home, I'm watching Netflix with my not broke self, Brian. And I was watching this thing on Netflix called Tiger King. Y'all saw that?
Did I?
My favorite thing. It's been my favorite thing since I've been home.
Y'all, this man
no.
His name is Joe Exotic. It's like a documentary on Netflix. His name is Joe Exotic, and he has like a tiger zoo type thing. And he is going head to head with this lady, Carol. What's her name? Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
She got a holy name.
Carol trying to save the cats. She trying to save the tigers from Joe. Joe trying to make money off the tigers, and it's a really
money
good.
Off the tigers too.
He is, which I don't understand, but it's a really good documentary. He actually ends up in jail, and I heard that he's actually trying to sue Netflix for the documentary that they just made. But I'm just like, sir, if you in jail and you already 50-something years old, you got 22 years, like, what you gonna do with that if it worked?
Good behavior. He'll be out at 12.
Get a better lawyer and get out.
Yeah, he's not getting out.
You can also buy noodles.
I don't understand their rivalry.
Noodles.
I think Carol thinks that he's exploiting the cats. Wow, she feels like she's caring for the cat. I don't know. They both kind of twisted, if you ask me. And they say she killed her husband. And all of her clothes have some type of like tiger print on it. It's an amazing thing to watch. Like if you at home, like it should be. Hallelujah. Check out.
So I don't want to like. Excuse me, right quick, but AJ, is that picture still up of Carol? And
it's still up.
I'm pretty sure they got that shirt at Cato's because I bought one for my mama one year.
From where?
Carol's whole closet got tiger print in there. Her house got tiger print in there. And she says she allergic to fur. I don't know. They crazy.
Brittany, what I want to ask you, how many of y'all have watched Tiger King that's actually on here?
I have.
Well,
Brooke.
I watched the first episode. I fell asleep on the second. I watched the third and fourth. I fell asleep on the fifth and sixth.
Okay, so then you good. This is what I gotta know from everybody on here. I gotta know. And if you haven't watched it, you'll know what we're talking about. What you about to say, Kiara?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Okay. Well, if you watch it, you know what we're talking about. We're not gonna reveal any. Trey, y'all, look at Trey.
can't remove it.
Right. That's right.
That is that shirt.
That's right.
He said they got
Right,
a potato.
She got a potato there.
What is
Got a
wrong?
potato.
Put that down, stop. Guys,
But
you
listen,
ignoring-
Right, we're
I
not
want to
saying
ask
that
this.
the person works
Listen, I just want to ask this though. Do y'all believe that Carol really killed her husband and
Yes.
fed her husband to the
Absolutely.
tigers? Do y'all
Yes.
believe she just killed him and fed him to the tigers, or you believe the tiger thing is exaggerated?
Don't think.
Septic tank.
I think she used the tigers.
Septic
That's
tank.
that's the best way. If you think
Put
about
him in the
it,
septic tank.
That's true though.
Robbie Brown, feed that nigga to the tigers.
Oh,
It's
no.
only gonna feed 2 or 3 good tigers. She got a bunch. That thing was gone before it started.
She did it, and she took his money and
She
ran.
put him in the septic tank, man.
But then, I don't know.
So, I'm on
Kiara
episode
didn't
3.
see it, so I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
What you
yeah,
say, Trey?
yeah. I'm on episode 3. I ain't gonna get like into it, but
just
it
get to
it
5
makes
and then
sense.
7.
It makes
Skip
sense.
the
Thank
5
you.
and
Why
then
do you?
7.
Thank you, Brian. Because 1, 2, and 3 got me sleepy.
Listen, that's
Yeah,
what me and
that makes
O's
sense. I want to watch it. All y'all
It's just
was
it's a good background. You got to know the background, so like when they start talking, you can be like, "Oh yeah, I did learn that in episode 2 and 3."
Yeah.
One thing I will say,
What
I
you
ain't trying
saying,
to be
Trey?
funny, but this man can actually really sing a little bit, y'all.
Yeah, he
Okay,
can.
that's something else. Let's talk about that. He got albums for days.
Upon albums, upon
He
albums,
got,
Not
he
upon
got
just-
more of a
albums.
not just
catalog than Kirk
albums.
Franklin.
He don't just got
Yes.
albums. He got videos to go with every song. Like
His husband's in it.
some money
Not
to do
Michael
that.
Jackson.
He got more catalog
Y'all.
than Mike.
Right? He does. It's
Y'all,
about the
when
same.
But when you are watching this, it makes you feel like, where have I been? Like what earth is this? Like, it feel like they on like another planet. Like, I'm like, they
AJ.
arguing over tigers.
Oklahoma is
AJ.
another planet.
AJ, the
Listen.
problem is everybody's stuck at home, so it literally is like we are living in another world watching this
Well,
happen. Like, it really is out of this world. And what's
Oh my
killing me,
God.
I don't want to say too much. I know we got to move on, but one thing that's really getting me is the music video with Carol Baskin in it. Y'all can't tell me him and Carol Baskin are friends, because that is Carol Baskin. That is not a lookalike.
Yes.
He
Yes.
got a
Look
look
like
alike.
Trey.
He got a look alike. That was a
Am I
look-alike.
lying?
That's not her. She wouldn't be in no video with him. That lady hate that thing.
That's a cousin. That's a
Speaking
cousin.
of videos, what do y'all think about the whole the baby and Be Simone going viral?
I don't understand why they went
Don't.
viral.
Yeah,
So-
thank you, Brian. This is the worst right out of my
What you
mouth.
say, Brian?
I don't get it. Why is it viral? Like, what?
So basically, B Simone has been saying, like, since she became famous, basically that the baby was her boo,
Her
and
boyfriend.
her boyfriend, and so like basically saying like, you know, it's a power of manifestation, but it's really a marketing, I guess you want to say a marketing strategy, or publicity. Basically, she released a new book. That's all called Baby Girl Manifested, and she sold 1,000 copies in 1 hour.
Okay.
So she's like on a road to 50 days. It was like basically 50 days to a millionaire. And so she used the baby as like one of her marketing strategies and kind of flipped it for both of them, for her book, and he's getting ready to release a new single or whatever.
Video, yeah, I saw that.
Of him like squeezing her butt, but I think it was pretty dope. I think all creators need to get into.
I think it's smart.
Marketing strategy. Absolutely, it was beyond smart.
But let me ask you this.
Millionaire,
I got a question.
Her birthday is tomorrow, but she was trying to do it within 50 days. And
Brian,
what
What is Brian doing? Brian, something that has to do with the topic. What are you doing down there?
Somebody cut
What are
him.
you-
Dismiss him.
Something that has to do with the topic. The topic. Be Simone, the baby. The topic that we're talking about now.
what's your
Well,
question?
Brittany,
AJ?
maybe he fell asleep on it. Maybe he just
I
don't like
did.
it.
It's not important.
Let me ask you
It's
this.
important.
Let
Are
me
you a
ask you this,
creator?
Pierre.
Are you a creator? You need to be
Somebody
trying to
got
figure out
it.
how to market yourself,
Oh, sorry.
producer.
You got a house phone?
That's your work phone.
It's for my work. It's for my job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
2020, you still got a house phone?
I didn't
He
think
better. He worked from home. He better have a house phone.
Get your money back.
Let me ask you this. What I was really want to ask here. I'm sorry. Let's get back on topic. Why do creatives feel like that's needed as far as you having to do something like that to get people's attention? That's what's sad to me. Like, why you just couldn't say my product is coming out, whatever you're doing? Why do you feel like you have to be with the baby to hype it up?
I mean, people really, she makes like posts about him all the time saying that that's her boo. So, you know what I'm saying? So for it to quote unquote look like it manifested or they use it as a publicity stunt. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people use, you know, things as publicity stunts. But I think it's just a way to be creative to capture people's attention. People, it's really, people have ADHD. So it's really kind of hard to like get people's attention and keep it. So you gotta use stuff that's out of the box.
Wasn't the baby just with his baby mother?
Huh?
Wasn't he just with his baby mother?
He's still with his baby mother. It's a publicity stunt.
Okay, I'm still asleep.
So the thing is, like, everybody has a gimmick. Like, she's saying,
Absolutely.
like, the way that the world is set up now, like, we have so much data and stuff thrown at us every day, every single second.
Right.
Your news feed refreshes. So people have to have something that is going to get your attention and keep it. Like, everybody got a gimmick. Like, legit, everybody. Beyonce, everybody got some type of gimmick that's going to get your attention because that's the way the world is set up now. So I think it's smart. I don't know why I went viral, but it's smart. Hey, if it worked, it worked.
If it's gonna help me sell 1,000 books in an hour and it put me over the charts of being a millionaire, absolutely sign me up for it.
I think she would have still sold them books.
Not that much.
She probably would have sold,
so.
but not that much. It's like, what's the girl, Megan Thee Stallion, and who's that boy that she was talking to? Like, everybody, like Cardi B, Offset, like when you attach to something else, like it gets people's attention. Like it's something that people
because you don't have the same audience as them.
Right.
Yeah. You're going to get both
So you're pulling
audiences.
from different audiences. That's why it's better to do it together.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay, I love it.
Well,
Play your voice, Trey. Go ahead.
That was fun.
That's
so
how
normally I come, yeah.
That was cute.
That's how you, but then you got to think about it. What type of creatives are you guys? And you
I just
gotta,
told somebody the other day, I don't think I'm a creative because I be looking at creatives like, what the fuck are they doing? I don't think I am. I'm just being honest.
There's a line between a creative and somebody, or creative, or influencer, and somebody who's actually making an impact. People who are just on here just to sell stuff, they call themselves influencers, but what are you influencing?
Maybe that's
I agree.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I think she's amongst an influencer, in my opinion. I don't think she's really a creative. I think she's an influencer. Like some of the stuff that she says, I think can be applied, but to each his own. Trey.
All right.
Trey's little subtle comments is killing me.
So normally I come on here and I say like the new music highlights and stuff like that. You know, I've been in the house. There's been a lot of new music that come on, but I really just want to go back to happier times. So I just, instead of us doing new music, I think we should go back to 2007 when everything was so rich and full. And
what was playing in 2007? Who was
Usher, Beyonce.
That's every year.
What I did was I went back and did the 100 highlight, the Billboard 100.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I gotta fill up the screen. I could have been doing this.
You could have been doing that.
But I'm a thousands baby. I know a lot of people like are 90s babies, but I'm a thousand there. So I like to
You're what? Wait. Don't just throw by that. You're a what?
What happened?
What are you?
Huh?
What are you?
1,000, baby. 1,000 there.
99, take it over for the 99 and the 2000.
Listen,
Right.
Oh, okay.
99, 2000. Okay, what happened in 2007?
So Irreplaceable came out, Umbrella came out.
Hold on. Irreplaceable, Umbrella. Okay.
Yeah.
Irreplaceable was that was the number one song in 2007.
In 2007, yeah. So like
Okay.
that whole album, other songs. Usher was very hot in 2007. He
Which
had
album?
a,
Was that
Confession.
Confessions?
that was
That was-
Confessions album.
Yes.
Was it?
Perfect.
That was 2007?
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was like 2003, 2004, but I may be wrong.
I don't see
Yeah,
y'all.
I'm trying to make it.
But what you see
Trade
then?
these Trump
I
facts.
see Usher and R. Kelly, same girl was on here. That was
Same
100. I don't see Usher on here, but I mean this your segment.
No, I'm done. I ain't got no.
Can I shout out some new music, Troy? If you don't mind.
You sure can, because I don't have anything for you. I read the thing last night. I read the program last night. Like, I don't have nothing for him.
9:45.
We-
I got it at 9:45. I didn't know what to do. I
Let me
was about to go
say
to
this.
sleep.
I feel like The Weeknd's new album, it came out while everybody was at home. It had over 1 billion streams. I think that's a good album to listen to. And also because I'm a gospel person, I do love the Clark Sisters' new album. I think that's a good album. Yes.
Can we talk about the Clark Sisters really quick? Or
I
no?
forgot. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Sure, they wasn't on program, but we can add them in.
Well, because
They
we're
on
talking about
program.
music. We're talking about music. But yeah, have you guys heard? I haven't heard the album, so maybe we can't talk about it. But like I've heard like a lot of like not so good reviews.
Yeah, a lot of churchy people don't like it. But
Right, a lot of
to me,
older
it's
people
not-
don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah,
secular.
it's not songs that you would sing in church. You know how Ty Tribbett, I feel like Ty Tribbett songs half the time, except for he got like one or two that you might sing in church. Even his songs, I feel like you can't sing in church. They're hard.
Yeah, they like radio songs or
Yeah.
They
And
got
so,
a David and Tamala Man album, the Love album.
No. I don't like when Christians do that. I'm sorry. I don't like when Christians go and try to make like,
Me
I don't know, it's
either,
just cheesy to
AJ.
me.
Stay
It's just
stick
cheesy.
to your lane.
Love
Yeah,
making
it's just cheesy. Especially
Somebody
those
got-
Tamala.
Yep.
somebody,
Yeah.
mama and daddy bought that album and they is hunching to it right now.
Hunching.
Hunch?
Indeed.
What's a
Y'all,
hunch?
the sad part
This
is it's
a
probably my
down
mom and
south
daddy.
word. This is a down south. What does hunch mean?
Ryan,
I've never.
you know what hunch mean? You ain't crazy.
Right.
You
Someone
probably
give me what is it? Somebody describe it or show us how to
It's
hunch.
basically sex.
it's sex, boy.
Oh, I don't do that.
Okay.
What
I
DJ
don't hunch.
came from?
I don't know. I inseminated his mother. I inseminated her.
Man,
Okay.
shoot.
Let's move on.
Bye.
But
Let's
wait,
move on,
but
Brooke.
wait.
It's you.
We
It's
can't-
on
we
you,
can't-
Brooke.
We can't leave without saying something about Party Next Door. That is the greatest sex album right now.
But you're not
Is
having
it new?
sex.
I know.
Okay.
I'm letting y'all know.
That was back in 2007 with Trey.
Okay.
Okay, Brooke, go ahead with your segment.
Terrible.
Everybody's at home, and I want to see what y'all are watching, right? But I thought it would
Tiger
be
King.
I thought it would be best to kind of
Kiera
reminisce
left.
on our Kiera left, I guess.
Cheers,
So she's-
not me.
Man, shut up. I missed all of it. Say it again, Brooke. Sorry.
Okay. So y'all remember in the summertime, y'all parents left y'all at home. Y'all ain't had nothing to do but to watch what was on TV. That was
Oh,
quarantine right there.
I was at some school.
I wasn't.
Mhm.
I
Me.
wasn't.
I was at home watching TV.
I was actually at Vacation Bible School.
How do
Say.
you?
So go ahead, Brooke.
Say.
All right, y'all. So we're doing this or that, but I'm doing 80s, 90s TV shows, black sitcoms.
Okay.
All right, so would y'all like My Wife and Kids or Jamie Foxx show?
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
My wife and kids is
But
crazy.
my wife,
Terrible.
no.
The worst show, period.
AJ,
It was a good
you gotta
show,
relax.
but I
I'm
mean,
about to take your
it's a
black card.
comparison.
My Wife and Kids over y'all think Jamie Foxx show over My Wife and Kids?
I like
My wife and
Yes.
kids is top
Absolutely.
5. It's top 5, but
Y'all are crazy.
it's stuff
It's a
in
good
front of it,
show,
all
but
right?
yeah, I would pick Jamie Foxx.
All right,
Yeah.
Bernie Mac or Steve Harvey?
Bernie
Ooh. Steve
Oh, that's a
Harvey.
good one.
Bernie
That's a
Mac.
good- that's a
Steve
good one.
Harvey.
The show, not the comedian, Brian.
I know. Bernie Mac show was
I don't know.
hilarious. What are you talking
It
about?
was, but the Steve Harvey show was just it. Like,
No, the
Steve
Steve
Harvey
Harvey
show
show
was-
was. I was tired of Bullethead and Romeo. I can't.
I was
They
never
made the
tired.
show.
Never tired
No.
of Romeo.
No, what's the little boy
I
from
think I-
Bernie Mac? The little gay boy.
Oh.
His nephew.
Jordan.
Jordan is hilarious.
I did like that.
You just can run out.
I didn't like it when they grew up. That's all.
I didn't like it here. It was corny.
Steve Harvey, go, bro.
Yeah, AJ.
Background. Okay, a
I'm
different world or a Cosby Show?
Oh,
I've never watched neither, so
Different
I
world.
can't participate in this. one.
Cosby
Hold
Show?
on.
I don't
Bro, I'm
know.
gonna take your black card.
Listen, he was drugging women at that time. No,
Okay, did we know that?
I
It
knew.
has nothing to do with that show. That was a great show. Anyway,
Hold on, you said the Cosby Show or what was the
Different
other one?
World.
Different World. That's hard. What did y'all choose?
I
The
said
Cosby
Different
Show.
World.
Cosby Show probably.
I
The
probably
different,
watched
Different
zero
World had too
episodes.
much.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
different world got really weird. Like it was a lot of storylines going on. But I liked it.
Yeah.
Tupac was
It only
great.
got good to the
Brian.
end.
It's
Brian
cream
is the
soda.
king.
That's
Brian took my
that's what I
spot.
was letting you- it's cream soda.
All right,
Go
Martin
ahead, bro.
or Fresh Prince
Who?
What you said?
Oh wait.
or Fresh Prince?
That's
What's
a
the
hard
first
one.
one?
But I'm gonna say
What's the
Fresh
first
Prince.
one?
Or Fresh Prince.
Martin or Fresh Prince?
It depends what generation you grew up in.
I don't
Does that
know.
show your age?
But Martin's pretty good too. I can't really pick.
That's a
Alright.
good one because
Fresh
it's hard.
Fresh
was
Prince,
both
because that
That's
was
a good
my
one. I
generation.
don't know.
Girlfriend.
Okay, I
We
got
have
it. It depends. Like it. So
Depends on when you're born. Yeah. You a hater.
No.
I'm tired of you.
Go ahead, Trey. It depends on what. What are you gonna say?
I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
All right. Well, hopefully it'll come back. Girlfriends or living single.
Living single.
Living single.
Living single.
Living single. They had the.
Y'all
Living
didn't
single.
like girlfriends though.
I liked it, but
Yeah.
Living Single had the best punchlines.
Trey,
knew
hold
that.
on. What was
It
your
was
favorite
Maxine.
line? Trey, tell them your favorite line from Girlfriends that you told me.
You're a joke that's not funny anymore.
That is the cheesiest crap I ever heard. I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry, bro. It was the episode where Maya was talking to Lynn because Lynn did something stupid again,
Why
and
this fool got jumped again?
Lynn was like, "So I'm just a joke to y'all."
That
And
part.
Maya said, "No, you're not a joke. You're a joke that's not funny anymore." Girl, what? what you mean? AJ.
Well, Brian got jumped
All
key. I put up Ricky Dillard.
Brooke, save us. Brooke, save
That
us.
look like a tenor.
Please, Brooke, save us.
Save us.
Sister or Moesha.
Moesha.
Oh,
No,
No.
sister.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's hard.
Moesha.
That's a tough
Sister.
Moesha for me.
All right.
That was it, bro.
Last one. Family Matters or Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with
No,
Mr.
Family
Cooper.
Matters. Family
Family
Matters.
matters.
Try to tell
Family
me.
Matters.
I have not seen Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr.
Man.
Cooper wasn't even on that long.
It
No,
wasn't.
it
And it was because it got corny. It was like it had a couple good episodes. but then it got
Episodes,
corny.
yeah.
It's on
But
Hulu
y'all-
if y'all want to watch it.
But I don't know
watching it.
about corny. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I
corny's
just
cute,
get
so.
I
I
liked
got
it.
scared of Family Matters when Murder Urkel showed up because Murder Urkel used to scare me.
All right.
I'm sorry, Trey.
Well,
Did you see Murder Urkel?
I did.
I know people that look like her though.
Y'all
And
know
that robot.
what's his name?
What?
Jay said Jaleel White after he did the first when he had to play Myrtle the first time he cried because he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to put on a dress and act like a girl. I said, I know that's right. Like then them checks started rolling in and he kept doing it. So
Thought about that thing, didn't you? Same thing Tyler thought about.
well I
Let's move on.
Money talk.
Let's close it up.
All right, y'all. Well, you know,
Brian. Okay.
Brian, man.
do we have any final things today?
I think we
Yeah.
should hurry up before somebody say something finally. Come on, let's go.
Okay. All right. We thank y'all so much for tuning in to our quarantine episode.
Stay safe.
All right, co-host, if you could just stay put. I do got to talk to y'all, but everybody else, we love y'all.
gotta go.
Have a good night.
Stay
a good
home.
day.
Bye, everybody.
Stay home. Don't be like Kiara and Brian.
Or
Listen,
get your immune system up.
I'm about to get on my bike now. So I gotta listen to none of
y'all
these
stay
new
home.
rappers and
Hopefully
these new
you be
singers
on the
coming
rest.
out.
Hopefully you be on the rest of these episodes.